What is going on, guys? P-Dog here, and welcome to a very special Dose of the Dog. I might, number this and letter it as well if I'm going to do press conferences of more of them, but E3 has just kick-started with a Microsoft press conference, and it was very hit or miss, some of the stuff on it, but I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of it, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and feelings on it. So, it basically opened up with Halo 4 footage, and it was a gameplay and a trailer of it. The gameplay kind of looked generic. You kind of seen all of it before. They introduced a new enemy and stuff, but I wasn't very interested in it. It just looked like the exact same Halo game I've been playing for the past decade. So really, I didn't really see anything interesting in it. And they kept on promoting it too in the whole conference. They were like, "Oh, the Halo 4 is, they're gonna have brand spanking return of Master Chief." I didn't really care. After the footage, Xbox's president or something came out and he gave a few opening words and stuff about the return of Master Chief and stuff, whatever. Something that's happened after that, but I didn't note it down. But then you had a trailer for a brand new, unannounced Splinter Cell game. It's called Splinter Cell Blacklist, and oh my gosh, it actually looked really good. It had a few Assassin's Creed-like stuff mixed in, which is kind of funny because some people who worked in Assassin's Creed are also working in this game, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, it looks really good. You have some sort of bullet time stuff going on. You have explosives. You have dynamic moments, but it's not like OTT, Call of Duty. But for the most part, it looked really good. I was impressed by it, and I'm looking forward to what's going to be happening to it, later on. And after that, they they did this here. This was stupid. They actually some guy came out and they're now doing a Kinect thing, because obviously they're promoting the Kinect so heavily because it's Microsoft and they think it's so good. But yeah, so they've actually announced Madden, NFC, and FIFA are going to be Kinect compatible. And it just looked really bad. You just used voice controls and you yelled all the stuff and the NFL and stuff, and you could do stuff with the referee and something in FIFA. I was not impressed. I was looking at it what? Nobody's asking for this. I really don't want to run on the spot or whatever the heck they're going to do with Kinect. And to make matters worse, he actually got a pro NFL player to test it out, and the guy just didn't really know what he was doing. He was acting like he was all into it, oh, look how much fun I'm having, but really, I'm not gonna buy it. Then after that they had a Fable Kinect trailer, which was just really bad. You had some guy doing all kinds of weird motions. The guy was really built, so it was really stupid. And at the very end, he did a Mitsu Hadouken though, which I was pretty impressed at. Then you have some words from Phil Spence, who's someone from Microsoft. I didn't even know. And then they showed a trailer for the new Gears of War game, Gears of War 4 Judgment. Well, they didn't say Gears of War 4, they just said Gears of War Judgment, which they spelled it wrong, by the way, because they didn't have an E in it. Funny enough, if anyone noticed that, the trailer of it was misspelled. Shoutouts to Matt for pointing that one out. Then they had the Forza 4 trailer, but I was watching on the Xbox Live app and I actually just crashed whenever the Forza 4 trailer came out, so I couldn't tell you how it went. Whenever I come back, they're doing more Kinect voice speech, but it's for the searching stuff. Now you can search with genres with the Kinect. I was not impressed again. I was like, what? And then the time I was they actually did it in Spanish too, to show, look, you can do it with any language, but what the heck? Who the heck's going to use that? One interesting thing they pointed out though is they were having partnerships with 4 more companies. If you remember last year, they had partnerships with Bing and YouTube, so they were able to get them on the Xbox. They're going to have 4 more channels coming on. They've got Nickelodeon's coming on to it, Paramount, which is obviously the film thing. You got Machinima is actually going to Xbox 360, which I'm really impressed by. And then they've got some Spanish thing called Video, or something. I don't know what it's called, but it's really stupid. I didn't really get that part. Then in terms of sports, they had partnerships because they had a UFC partnership and ESPN partnership last year, and this year they've announced 2 more. They announced NBA and NFL, or NHL, which is the hockey one. So you've got basketball and hockey now representing. I was pretty upset because I wanted WWE to be there because why not at this point. They also didn't have anything for UK fans because obviously you just seen they had videos and stuff for their Spanish people, but if that's the case, why don't you introduce the Premier League or something out there for English football fans or something? I don't know, but I was a bit confused about that there, but whatever. Then they had a generic sports voice trailer, so it was just kind of look how much fun you can have with this new sports system. I was just, what? You have this new thing that they're announcing called Xbox Music, where they're doing, and it had probably the worst trailer I've ever seen in my entire life, where it's just a bunch of people dancing around, and they didn't even show any of it. It was just kind of like they're trying to do this weird thing with like connecting your Xbox with like tablets and phones and stuff and smartphones, but I don't know where they're getting at here. When they actually promote it further in the E3 conference, I'll tell you about later on. But anyway, they do some stupid Xbox music thing, but they said there's going to be more information released later on, but I really don't care about it. Then you've got the Kinect's new partner, and then they have a trailer for it, and the trailer doesn't explain anything, it's just a fitness video, and then they eventually reveal it to be Nike! Cricket, 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 cricket. And pretty much it was really stupid because some guy, he rambled for like a good 10 minutes on stupid, oh, now you can keep fit, you can be competitive with your friends with the Nike fitness program. I was just, no. And I always use Kinect, you know, because everything has to use Kinect. So I didn't get it. So they're working with a shoe company to get people fit, whatever, because apparently, you know, all the fitness flipping games that they released wasn't enough. And then some girl came onto the screen, and she probably said the worst opening line to a segment I've ever heard in my entire life. She said, "Could you imagine living and I quote, by the way, could you imagine living a day without your smartphone or tablet?" That's literally what she said as soon as she walked out. And I was just like, yes, because I don't have either of them, so whatever. Then she proceeded to show this new thing called the Xbox Smart Glass, which is another way of connecting all three, your smartphone, your tablet, and your Xbox 360 together. She showed a few examples with like music or something, I don't know, it was really stupid. Then she showed a Halo Waypoint type thing, which actually was pretty interesting because they marked like a marker in the game, and then they're able to go to Halo Waypoint on the tablet and find it and whatever. I don't know where that's going to be useful for, but more information will be released on that later. Not that I would care. Then halfway through that, the stream crashed again. Whenever I came back, I seen a movie trailer for Prometheus or whatever, the new crazy like film that's meant to be linked to Alien. I don't know why the heck they were playing a movie trailer. When we came back, there was some more of this Xbox Smart Glass, and she was talking more about the stupid stuff you can do. If I didn't really pay attention. Then finally we had to go back to games again because we finally seen a Tomb Raider trailer and gameplay, and it actually looks really good. Showed a lot of cutscenes. It looks really realistic. It was another really interesting thing. I was looking. I was like, oh, you know, this is really good. So I was checking. You know, I was looking at it. I was pretty interested, and you know, I'm looking forward to that game as well. I'm looking forward to where that game's gonna go. And obviously that was already announced, but the gameplay was like brand new, and I thought it was really cool. Moving on, turning over the page here, they announced 3 world premieres of, I believe they're arcade games, and the first one that they premiered, and with like teasers for them, was Ascend New Gods, which is made by the same people that made Toy Soldiers for the Xbox 360 arcade. It looked alright, like it kind of looked like one of those old, you know, usual, like World of Warcraft type games. I'm not sure how it's going to actually turn out in the day, but doesn't matter. Then another game got announced by Twisted Pixel, or whatever the heck they're called, I forget, and it's called Loco Cycle, and it was some futuristic motorbike type teaser. It didn't really show any gameplay. And the final thing is a game for the Kinect called Matter, but it looked a lot like Portal 2, which me and Matt were joking about, because you had like the blue and the orange light in like the co-op campaign. There were like small balls going around a maze, and I don't get it, it's really weird. Then they showed Resident Evil 6 gameplay, which I'm not really, I wasn't really impressed by it, because I mean, there's one, like the frame rate was dropping quite a bit, the graphics were a bit, you know, like I didn't really like the graphics that much. Like they actually didn't look that good, but I didn't really get it. But pretty much, it was alright. Like obviously Resident Evil fans would have enjoyed the trailer. But for me, I was just like, okay, it's alright. There was actually a moment whenever he threw a grenade, and 2 bad things happened with it. Number 1, whenever he threw the grenade, the frame rate dropped, which is he threw the grenade, and then the explosion actually dropped the frame rate as well. And the second one was that actually, the explosion looked really bad. The zombie just blew into small pieces. There was like no blood or anything. I would compare it to like an explosion from like Left 4 Dead 2. In Left 4 Dead 2, if you threw a pipe bomb and all the zombies ran to it, you would see all the gore and all of like the parts just fly all over the place. In that game, it just literally just, you know, blew off into like a puff of smoke, and that was it. But I hope they fix that. You know, obviously it's an early game development, so I don't know. I'm really I just want to see how where it goes. But I was not very impressed. Let's put it that way. Then some girl comes on again, and she says, and she mentions these. She says, "How would you like a game with cannons? Ooh, lots of explosions. Ooh, giant castles filled with goblins. Ooh, all by using the incredible power of the Kinect." Yeah, and she just did a demo of Vikings shooting rocks from a cannon using Kinect, whatever. I didn't care. That was it. The game was called Ricketeer, so if you're ever looking forward to that, it was really stupid. Then I was really surprised at this. I don't think anyone see this one coming. They actually announced a South Park game called The Stick of Truth. And the creators of South Park actually came on, and they actually had real comedy. It wasn't like flipping saturated comedy that they've been using throughout the whole conference. They actually said, "Oh, we have created a South Park game where you can control using your remote control that is connected to your phone, which is connected to your TV, which is connected to your oven, all while you being in the fridge or something like that." It was really funny. They were like making fun of the whole conference. I thought it was pretty funny. So they were talking about the game and how difficult it is. They showed a really, like, it wasn't even like a game, it was just like an animation of South Park, but they said like it's in very early development, and they actually had to leave pretty abruptly because they had to work on the game, as they said. But I thought it was really funny. I'm looking forward to what they're going to do with that game. Like, that was quite a shocker for me. I didn't expect the South Park game to be coming out, but now it's been announced, I'm really looking forward to see what they're going to do. And then they show, and this is the infamous one that everyone that's seen E3 would remember this, or the conference. They showed a trailer for Dance Central 3, alright? And you're like, okay, Dance Central 3, you know, that's usual. Then you've seen Usher promoting it, and we're like, oh, okay, so obviously they're using promotion from an artist, and he's sitting there going, oh, I think Dance Central 3 is the best game ever for the Kinect, and oh, I really use it, and I'm so good at it, and blah, blah, blah. And we're like, okay, fine, so that's it for Dance Central. They proceed to have a live musical performance by Usher right there on stage. I'm not joking you. He actually comes out. He's got dancers and everything, and he actually sings one of his songs, all while playing Dance Central videos in the background. Which, by the way, didn't come up until like halfway through the song. I must have forgot about it. What the heck? Why? Oh why? Oh why? Live music in a video game expo. Oh, I hate humanity right now. I just can't believe it. That was definitely the WTF moment of E3, and that just shows how much of a joke the conference was. So the other guy comes out, like once Usher is flipping done, and nobody applauds him, he just leaves. Well, he does get applauded, but like not even anyone, like nobody applauds him. Like he got like one or two like claps, but. Then some other guy came out to conclude. He said, "Oh, I hope you've enjoyed the conference. Oh, let's thank Usher again for his amazing performance. It has nothing to do with video games. And now we're gonna end it on another world, on another world exclusive. We're gonna show you another blockbuster in the making." And I was like, "Oh boy, Half-Life 3, Half-Life 3, Half-Life 3, Half-Life 3." No, obviously, if you're gonna have Xbox, you can't have Xbox without flipping Call of Duty Black Ops 2. They showed some gameplay of it. I didn't even watch half of it. I was like on my laptop while that was going on. I just didn't care for it. It just looked the exact same as any normal flipping. It just looked the same as any normal Call of Duty game. So just alright. Apparently you now have like split storylines now, branching storylines, and you can actually decide what you want to do now. But whatever. So that was the end of E3 for the Microsoft conference. Highs and lows. Like obviously the new Splinter Cell game and Tomb Raider actually looked really good. Black Ops 2 is alright, I guess. Like same with Resident Evil 6. I'm looking forward to the South Park game, but I mean some of the stuff like the constant promotion of the Kinect for the 3rd year in a row, or 4th year it could have been, I'm not even sure. And that Usher live performance, well, like I'm speechless for that. So anyway, guys, that's about it for me. I hope you enjoyed this E3 rundown and recap and my thoughts on it. And I keep on saying E3 on the Microsoft conference of E3. So I'm very sorry. I keep on getting that confused. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll try and upload this to YouTube as quick as possible. And I'll see you guys next time. So peace.